Okay, title reps, today we're going to be talking about why you may not make it in this business. If you're doing some of these things that I'm going to go over in just a second, it's possible that you're an underperforming sales rep, that you're shortchanging yourself, you're shortchanging your company. If you find yourself doing these things, you're probably not going to make the kind of money that you want to make, and also not bring in the kind of business that you really could be bringing in for your company. So let's get into it. The first thing that I'm going to talk about when it's a key indicator as to whether or not you might fail in this business is training. I think there are a lot of people in the world who could do this job. I really do. I think there's a lot of people who are naturally inclined to sales and prospecting and converting leads into clients. But I also think there are people who could do that if they had some direction and guidance. That was me. I certainly didn't know anything when it came to title sales or title insurance, but I was coachable. I think people would say I was coachable. I was kind of coachable. I wrote a blog recently. You can go check it out at texastitlegirl.com on the same topic, why you may not make it as a title rep. And the first thing that I cover in that, but it's the second thing I'm talking about in this video, is the time waster title rep. The time waster title rep doesn't really have a clear plan of action. They don't have a CRM that's working for them, and they don't have a list that would help them identify the agents they should be calling on. And so they kind of walk around doing things that keep them busy. And you find yourself doing some of these tasks that aren't income producing activities. There is a difference. They're going to host a lot of CE classes, been there, done that. And they're going to drive around offices and just kind of pop in and walk around. I'll tell you that I do both, but I do it with a different mindset and a different goal. A rep who hosts a lot of CE classes is probably just doing that. They're probably hosting. They're probably not teaching. Now, of course, I'm not going to be the one teaching the CE class if it's legal 1 or 2, or it's some, title matter that I'm not equipped, skilled, or even allowed to teach on. But there are a lot of topics out there that I can talk about. You want to be the one who provides the value. So if you're just hosting a lot of CE classes, probably wasting your time. If you're teaching the CE classes, you may have a little bit better buy-in and conversion rate. When you teach and you train, you become the expert. It elevates your status in the eyes of the agents in a lot of ways. It gives you a purposeful and meaningful reason to connect with them, not only during the class, but after. And so I would really encourage you that if you're not teaching your CE classes, that you find a way to do that. And then I would be very careful about how many CE classes you teach or offer to teach. In terms of driving around and popping into offices, I would recommend that you go in and do a little bit of campaigning and canvassing, if you will. I still think you need to go in with a strategy. You're not just going to literally go in and say, I have no idea what I'm going to say in here. I have no idea what I'm going to say when I talk to somebody if they give me their time. You have to have a strategy. And I would also say you need to have a timer where you say, okay, I'm not going to stay any more than about 15 minutes. I'm going to walk around. If there's nobody here, I'm leaving. If I see people, I'm going to stop them. I'm going to ask them the following questions, or I'm going to say the following things, because it's going to be an opportunity for you to build rapport, ask for appointments, follow up on contracts, whatever it may be. Okay, this was an easy one for me. It was also on my blog, but I talked about the failure to launch a title rep. And that's just the title rep who has been given training, has been given guidance, coaching, mentorship, tools, resources, anything and everything you can think of. And they're just still unwilling to pick up the phone. They're unwilling to teach classes if that's what it takes. They're not willing to ask for the business. They're in the wrong business if that's the case. And so if you're in leadership and you've got reps like that, it might be time to take a closer look and say, well, where are we falling short here? And why is this rep just not taking flight like they should? We've given them all the resources, all the training, and all the tools. What's going on? And if you're the rep that's listening to this today and you're like, that's me, maybe you're in the wrong business. If you have all the training and all the support and all the tools you could ever have, and you're still not bringing in any kind of business, there might be something wrong with, maybe it's a round peg with a square hole. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is something called the solo title rep. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so. I post videos every week for title reps just like yourself who are looking to grow in your business or scale your business. The solo title rep, as I was talking about a second ago, is really the rep who is on their own. This rep may work at a small boutique title company, and they are the only rep that this company has. They don't have a team. There's not a sales team. There's not a sales manager. There's no marketing department. There's maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 escrow officers and an assistant, but typically it's a very tiny operation. And then they get in there and they go, I don't know what to do. And the person who hired them says, well, I I don't really know what to tell you to do other than to go out and get the business. So the solo title rep is going to find it very difficult unless they have a background in sales, a background in the title insurance or real estate industry, to really get out there and know exactly what to do, how to prospect, how to manage their day, how to time block, how to ask for the business, how to follow up. All of those things can be learned, and they certainly can be taught by somebody like me, but that solo rep doesn't always know where to turn. So sometimes they turn to YouTube, and that's when they find somebody like me or someone like Wade Vandermolen, who I've talked about before in my other videos. And what we want to do is really train and teach somebody like you. If you're the solo title rep and you feel like you're out on your own and you're floundering, then reach out to us because we could really help you. Hope this video helped. Be sure to follow me for more videos, and I'll talk to you soon.